All right. So this is where we left off, right? We just finished entering in our in-store sales on the 18th. So now we are on a fresh new day, and our very first thing that we have here is we're delivering coffee to Katie's Coffee Corner. Okay, how should I journalize this transaction?
Your screen looks a little different this morning.
Does it?
Yeah. I don't know if
Um,
it's just me or not, but on my end, it does just looks like it's over. It's not its normal size. It looks like it's just over in the corner. There we go. That's better.
okay, I didn't do anything, but okay.
Something. It just went larger. You didn't. You brought it closer. That's all I know.
Okay. Oops. What did I do here? Okay. So, right, Albert is finally delivering his coffee to his customer, Katie's Coffee Corner.
Is this a similar entry as when we record the sales in our in-store? We just start with sales and checking.
Okay, yes. Good.
Don't we start with accounts payable first, then checking?
Well, in this case, accounts payable is dealing with a vendor. Katie is definitely not a vendor.
Plus,
Katie
accounts payable is when you
wasn't.
get something on terms, no? When you are to pay a bill, not when you receive payment.
Well, in this case, remember terms can be applied to both vendor and customer, right? If a vendor can give me terms, I can also give my customer terms, telling them, hey, you pay me back in time, I will give you a discount. So in this case, terms is usable for both vendor and customer.
So we're delivered. We're the one that sold to Katie's coffee corner, right? We
Correct.
delivered.
Correct. Because
Okay.
remember, Albert is our sales representative. He's the one who's taking care of customers as a wholesaler.
So this is would be accounts receivable.
Okay, accounts receivable is one of them.
Um,
Checking should be another one because she paid with check 412, right?
Good, right? Because we said her terms was 50% COD, but the rest of it's gonna be paid within 5 days. Good. She did pay with um check 412. Yes, right here down below says Katie also paid with check to us for 412. So good. We
so
have
that was just a
checking,
deposit.
not a deposit because this happened at time of service.
Okay.
Okay, so we got checking and accounts receivable. What account number is accounts receivable? I think it's 11,000.
Are you recording this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay. What happened
quick
here?
question. Are we
Yes.
gonna be? are we gonna be are we gonna have another test on this?
Yes.
We are okay. Because I totally, I don't know what happened, but I lost a lot, all of my data entry on my side, my journaling on my side, and it took me all the way back to day 7.
Okay, so that happens a lot when you do not save your work very often, or if you save your work, but sometimes something happens to your computer. So in this
Right,
case,
that's what happened.
yes, unfortunately, you would either have to wait till the very end and try to continue and catch up, or you can, yeah, like I said, you can wait till the very end of class and then go through all the videos to catch up, or you can wait till the end of the week because I do post the answers there. Now, I'm not saying to go ahead and take the shortcut and just copy my work or anything like that, but it is just in case like you do end up with those situations because unfortunately that's a lot of material that you lost because
Yes, it is.
we've been doing all the way to the 17th. So you should there I should have uploaded the answers from the 14th. So you should have that one available to you on the Google Classroom that you might be able to download. So then all you have to do is just enter in whatever happened on the 15, 16, 17, and 18 and 19. Which once again, this does get posted after the 21st though. So it's up to you what you want to do. But as far as just doing the work in class, just go ahead and try to do your best.
Well,
Excuse me.
Yes?
The answers that you're posting, that what you journalize for that day, is it on a regular sheet where we could print it out, or are the answers what you're submitting on a YouTube video?
The answers are on an Excel spreadsheet. So you can print Excel spreadsheets if you'd like.
Can you show me? Because what I saw was a YouTube video.
Yeah, I
Like it's
couldn't find the sheets yesterday either, only the videos.
Okay. So here, Albert, who's our sales representative, is finally delivering to Katie's Coffee Corner. Here's the invoice. All right. How do I journalize this? Okay, so we've recognized that there's checking and that it's accounts receivable. What else do I need to recognize?
Sells regular coffee, sells supreme coffee, and sells ceramic coffee mugs.
Good, excellent, because those are the things that I sold to Katie's Coffee Corner, right? So in this case, I do need to record that I am delivering to her sales. So here, we're going to recognize sales regular coffee, sales supreme coffee, and sales ceramic coffee mugs. Okay. So in this case, my account numbers. What's my account number for?
Regular coffee is 450, supreme is 4100, and the mugs are 4150.
Good.
I got different. That's not the same.
What numbers were you using?
Um, regular 12, 12040, 12040,
Okay,
ceramic
so
coffee.
those are your regular inventory. I'm recording a
Oh,
sales, I'm not purchasing inventory or in this case, um
so you said that when when it's inventory, it's a different COA.
yes.
Okay, versus the sales. Gotcha.
So your numbers are assets, Inca,
Mhm.
and what we're
Mhm.
doing is getting revenue.
I
So
see
you'll
it.
find
Revenues and incomes. Yeah, I see
Mhm.
it.
Right? We're earning our revenue by delivering a coffee, right? We sold something to a customer.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Should we just fill in their numbers now? Or is there something else?
Delivery charge.
Delivery charge. Okay, what account is that? What is the delivery charge? Are they charging us for delivery or are we charging the customer for delivery?
You charge the customer for delivery. So is that 48,000?
48,000 is that income? Yes.
Yeah.
Good, right? This is going to be considered other income because it is a delivery charge that we are charging our customers. That's separate from our actual core sales, which is selling our coffee. So in this case, this is a convenience charge that I'm charging my customers. So 48,000. Good.
We didn't charge them tax.
They're a wholesaler.
Oh, okay.
They're tax exempt. Okay. So then let's go ahead and plug in our numbers. How much cash did we receive?
$219.05. It looks like.
All right, but then once again, it's 50% COD. So how much? So in this case, right? Is that
105.52.
that's how much we? That's how much they owe me. Because the COD is the cash that they gave us.
Which is the 109.53. Is that correct?
That yes. So 109.53 is what the cash that I'm going to be receiving and putting in my checking account. Okay. Now, of course, if they owe me in grand total, right, 219.05, but they paid for $109.53, how much left over do they owe me?
109.52.
109.52. Okay. So then, how much of the regular coffee did I sell?
$49.35.
Okay. How much of the Supreme coffee did I sell?
$39.90.
And then how much of the coffee mugs did I sell?
20 for $99.80.
Where is this 24? Okay, so 99.80.
Yes.
Okay. And then how much for the delivery income?
$30.
Right? Rule of thumb here, double check to see if your amounts match on both sides. So I got 219.05 on the left and a 219.05 on the right. Okay. So then what's my note going to be? What is my note going to be?
I put Katie's Coffee Corner invoice 101 check number 412.
I'm going to add a little to that. So I'm going to say 50% COD. Okay. And I'm also going to add in that she owes the rest in net 5. Okay. So that covers one. Who did I deliver to? Second, what invoice did I bill her for? Which is in this case, invoice number 101. Her terms was 50% COD. So in this case, I've already made the 50%. I received 50% with check number 412, and she owes me the remaining amount in 5 days. Okay. Perfect. So now that our journal's complete, what should be the next thing I should do?
Quick question.
Yes.
Do we need to journal the to take that out of our inventory, or did you guys do that yesterday?
In this case, yes, we will have to take it out of inventory. But right now, I just want you to focus on one transaction at a time, because this transaction right here has a lot of windows that we have to fill out. So yes, we did do. We update our inventory every time we do an in-store sales, and every time we do a sales to a customer, you have to update your inventory.
So then you go to general ledger, to your assets and checking.
Okay. Assets. Checking. Here we are.
Because you're depositing that check, correct?
Mm-hmm. It's the 19. What did you put for your note here?
Well, it's not an in-store sales.
No, it's not an in-store sales.
You just put the vendor's name, Katie's Coffee Corner, and the check number?
You can put that. Remember, it's not a vendor, it's a customer.
Okay, a customer. Or what would be the proper journaling?
I mean, it could be anything that you want to put, because this is where it's whatever note that makes it easier for you to remember what happened here. I mean, I would have put receive payment, okay, for invoice number 101, check number 412. We are John General Journal number 7. How much did I receive? 109.53. Right? Which then that will increase my account to be a total of 1528.16. All right, what's next?
You would go to Katie's Corner and record the current transaction of in the customers in the subsidiary.
Okay.
Journal, correct?
Yes, but right now we only finished one account in our general ledger. We need to complete the rest of the accounts before we go to our
Nathan has a
subsidiary
question.
ledger.
So
Can you read it to me, Erica?
Oh, it says Nathan has raised his hand. I'm assuming he has a
Oh,
question.
oh, okay. Yes, Nathan?
No, no worry about it. Thanks, Erica. Uh, what is this typing on what we see on the phone?
The typing that we see on the where?
Is on my side only? Like a subtitle we have on the screen?
Oh, if you have subtitles, you just have to turn it off in your Google settings. It might be something that they try to make a new feature, try to say, "Hey, guess what? There's subtitles if you want it." But yes, if you want to turn it off, you go down to your Google settings and one of them should have an option for captions.
Yeah, caption CC, right? Okay, got it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Mhm. Well, Erica, you had a question, or Inga, or Kim, do you had a question?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Don't we go to like to update our coffee and liabilities?
Yeah.
Coffee and liabilities. Yes, but we still have to do one more account before that. We got to go down to our accounts receivable because Katie didn't pay for the whole entire bill. So therefore, Katie owes me money or the company money. Okay, so accounts receivable is one of those transactions that we have to put in there. So I would just put the invoice number because that should tell you everything you need to know in regards to if you pull up that invoice, it should tell you exactly who, what they bought, when did it happen, and how much they owe you. Okay. Okay. So how much does Katie owe me?
109.52.
109.52. In this case, that's going to be our beginning balance, right? The next time we sell something, right, we or put it on an account, we'll go ahead and do the formula for the account receivable. Okay. So now we can now go to our revenues and our liabilities. So did you want to which one did you want to go first?
Can I see the sale number for account receivable on that?
The what did you ask me, Nathan?
Yeah, can you just maximize a little bit the screen to the sales section? Yeah, 102. Thank you.
So we're going to liabilities next.
Okay, liabilities.
Yeah.
What's in the liability that I have to put in here?
Delivery, right?
We didn't charge anybody money, or in this case, we don't owe anybody delivery charges.
How about accounts payable recording the half payment?
Well, in this case, right, we don't owe Katie anything. They owe me money.
Oh, that's right.
Is it the sales tax included on the journal?
Well, we sold to them as a wholesaler. They're tax exempt,
Okay.
right? So no tax was charged. So let's take a look at my journal. Is any of them account 20,000, or if any of them have, or any of them, the accounts that we charge our liabilities? No, we have no liabilities here. Right? So therefore, I don't need to be in my liabilities. Where do I need to be?
You need to be in revenues.
You need to be in your revenues. Good. So revenues. Okay. Very first one here
The sales, right?
is but go down one
So
more.
do we record it in sales as well, and then also record it in the itemized uh, inventory?
No.
So we won't
Wait.
record the whole transaction in sales. See at the top, there's account for
That's your main
$40,000.
account?
Right. Okay. So we won't record the entire sale there.
No.
Okay. All right.
You would break
So
it down to break it down and itemize it because that's what I want. I want it to
okay.
be broken down into specific items that I sold.
Okay.
Okay, so we have the 19.
So we just purchase of well, not even a purchase. It's just um the the item would be the invoice number or just pounds of the quantity.
Good. Invoice number is good. If you want to put quantity, it is up to you. Invoice number 101. If you want to say we sold
15 pounds.
15 pounds of coffee, you could do that too.
Yeah. And the 49.35.
All right. Once again, this is our first sales in the actual pounds section. So in this case, I'm going to wait till the next sale so then we can do our formula there.
So let me ask a quick question.
Go for it.
With this, okay, so she only made a payment of half, pretty much of half of what she owed. Why would we record the total amount? Because technically, she hasn't taken care of the total amount
Because
for
under
each.
the accrual basis, it doesn't matter whether she paid or not. We still delivered her the coffee.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
We still earned our revenue. Okay. So now that we're done with the regular coffee, now we got to go down to our sales for Supreme Coffee. Okay, so I guess, yeah, you're right. Invoice number 101. Oops. And we're going to put in 15 pounds. Okay, so then for my Supreme Coffee, right? How many pounds of Supreme Coffee did we sell to Katie?
10 pounds.
10 pounds.
For 39.90.
Okay. Okay. So what's the next account after that?
Ceramic coffee mugs.
Ceramic coffee mugs. Here it is. Ceramic coffee mugs. How many did we sell?
20.
For a total?
99.80.
Okay. So there we have it, right? So we need to do our formula here. So it's going to be up 1 plus left 2 minus left 3. All right, because we're dealing with the credit side this time, right? We're looking at a credit balance. Any credits will increase my account. Any debits will decrease my account. Okay. Okay, so therefore, let's see what happened next. Is going to be the delivery income. So account number 48,000. Oh, I had it right here. Delivery income. Account number 48,000. All right. This was invoice number 101. Okay. How much extra money did we earn? How much extra money did we earn? How much was the delivery charge?
$30.
$30. Right. So now that we finally finished updating each account here, now we can go to the subsidiary ledger because we dealt with someone. Now, who did we deal with? A vendor, customer, or an employee?
Customer.
We dealt with a customer. So Katie should be the second um, table down. Okay. So how do I fill out my subsidiary ledger for her? For Katie's Coffee Corner. What kind of extra information would be very useful for this transaction?
That she paid 50%.
Okay. Okay.
Because putting the name in the invoice is redundant since there's areas for that.
Correct, but we do have an area. Okay, good. Good. You could say receive payment 50% COD, which was check number 412, right? Good. Invoice number
101.
101. Post reference, once again, general journal number 7. What was her
So it's on
terms?
a net 5.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add more details to that. So 50% COD, and then I'll add net 5. Okay. So therefore, was there a discount due date?
No.
No, right? We didn't give her
No.
additional percentage of discounts on top of that. So in this case, it was just 50% down. So in this case, what is her due date?
June 24.
June 24th. Okay. Was there an advance payment?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Didn't she pay? No. Then the COD is not advance, considered advance payment.
In this case, right? This happened on at the day that they delivered, right? So we never collected money from Katie prior. We only collected money after we delivered the coffee to her. So in this case, there's no advance payment here. However, what was the total sales amount? Total.
219.05.
219.05. And because she had to pay 50% down, which was 109.53, right? So in this case, this formula is going to be identical to the one that you're using for the vendor's formula, right? Except the only difference is just the titles. In this case, it's going to be equal your sales minus any advance payments, minus any returns, minus any discounts, minus any payments. Okay? So once again, it's going to be equal your sales minus your advance payments, minus any returns, minus any discounts, minus any payments. Okay? So here it tells me that as an account receivable, she owes me $109.52, which we know that is right. She owes us this amount. Okay, so she owes me 109.52. All right, what's next? There is 2 more transactions for this one. Or in this case, there's 2 more things. No, not yet. Inventory's not yet.
Okay.
Do we need to record the sale in the commissions form?
Correct. So we're going to go to Albert because he's earned his sales, right? Because he finally delivered to Katie's Coffee Corner, which was scheduled to be on the 19th, okay? And it was invoice number 101, and he's earned his 10% cut. So in this case, right, I'm going to do equal round so it's a nice even number. We're going to take 10% of this number, comma 2. So that means he's earned, is that right, $21.91? Yes, $21.91. Let me do that formula one more time. $21.91. So that means the total commissions that he's earned so far is $21.91.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it customary to include the actual tax amount in his sale?
Now, in this case, we did not charge him tax.
Oh, that's right, because it's resale anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Or the delivery charge anyway.
In this case, right, we bought him a truck to go and drive it out to them.
Mhm.
So he's the one that's using the truck to drive out there. And
Oh, okay.
yes, so in this case, that kind of part of that money should belong to him.
Okay.
Because we said we gave him that we'll give you 10% of total sales. Okay, so everything that's included on the invoice is going to go to him. 10% of it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. One more thing left to do. Okay. Where did that check go? Where did this?
I
It?
thought we deposited the check already. We did not.
No, we didn't.
We might want to, make sure we record that.
Okay, so in this case, this is what I want you guys to do. Since the idea is that I'd rather have you guys deposit the checks all at one time. Okay, so in this case, instead of having someone, there's only 3 people that are working in the office, right? It's Bob Mason, Irene, and we have Albert, which is driving all over town, delivering all these coffees. So in this case, reality and realistically, no one's gonna go drop in the middle of nowhere just to deposit a check just cause they received money. No. You can't just drop what you're doing in the store and have Irene run the whole business by herself while you go and deposit your check. No, so usually that happens at the end of the day, which we know to be after our in-store sales. However, it should be good for you to be able to recognize that you received a check. So in this case, in my deposits, I'm just going to record that I received the check number 412 for the 109.53. But I'm not going to deposit it just yet because I'm going to wait till the very end of the day when I close up my shop to go ahead and deposit my money. All of my money. So this is why it's called receipts here, because this is going to be everything that you collect for money, and then we're going to take one day to deposit everything. So the rule here is we're going to deposit at the end of the day. So in this case, I collected my check. That's all I need to record here. Okay, so very similar to QuickBooks, right? Since Inga and Nathan, you guys learned this, right? You can collect a whole bunch of checks. You can collect a whole bunch of cash. Once you get that to that day, at the very end, you're going to have to deposit everything. So that's the same idea here. We're collecting all our money, and then at the end of the day, we'll deposit it. So there we go. There we have that. All right. So, okay. So next we have to do is to update our inventory. So,
You're not gonna put the date that you received that check?
well, in this case, I'm waiting till the very end of the day.
Okay.
So, in this case, the middle part is when I actually deposited it. In this case, I didn't deposit it yet. I'm holding on to it. Now, if you would like a column to add a column for the date so you know when you received it, it's up to you if you want to add that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because I'm still holding on to that check. That's my money. So whether I deposit it or not, it doesn't really matter when I received it. So now we're going to update our inventory. So, right? Let's go ahead and go to our inventory worksheet. All right. So start off with regular coffee. How many pounds of the regular coffee did I sell?
$15.
We sold 15 pounds, right? Because we are getting rid of the 15 pounds anyways, right? At what cost per item is going to be every pound that I sold?
$1609.38.
1609.38. Okay. Once again, you're going to do your formula here because we want rounded numbers. Okay. So how much was me selling 15 pounds at $1.60938?
Same, 2414.
2414. Good. So now that we have our numbers, right? We now can update our inventory because I sold some pounds. So I no longer have 225 pounds anymore. How many pounds do I have now?
$210.
We have 210 left. Okay. Okay. If I started out with $362.11 and I sold $24.14, how much should I have left?
337.97.
$337.97, right? Which then, because we have the formula in the middle of my spreadsheet here, it's telling me that now that it's recalculated, it's still the same right here. It's still 160938. Okay. Then we sold our Supreme coffee, right? How many pounds did we sell?
10.
We sold 10 pounds. Okay. Now, at what cost per item am I going to be using? I have 2 batches of inventory.
180.
$1.80. Good, because we're using FIFO. Okay, so in this case, how much is it gonna cost me to sell 10 pounds of coffee at $1.80? $18. Okay.
So I was getting confused yesterday with the way you were calculating um, your inventory on hand.
Okay.
So can you do the formula again?
So this one?
Because we need to take that out of the 94, correct?
Yes. So in this case,
So that part.
my formula is going to be in here. All right. What I did was quantity times cost is going to give me my total. Okay. So that means I can have my quantity change at any time. So in this case, right, I sold 10 pounds. So therefore, 94 minus 10, all right, is going to give me 84. 84 multiplied by 180 should give me 151.20. So this number is going to be constantly be updating because I'm changing the quantity.
Okay, so it's referencing cell K and L, correct? Multiplying K by L.
K
This is
by,
the
yes.
formula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
All right, that's one way that you could do it. You could also do where you take your quantity and you also take your total cost and do exactly how I do it for the previous one, which is the moving average. However, you do not calculate your um, the middle part, the cost per item, because in this case, our batches are consistent. The price value, cost per item is going to stay the same. But some students, they do it that way, and that way is also correct as well. In case you don't want to have it automatically solve for you, you can just simply just do math and say whatever amount that I had earlier. I can do the same thing here where I update it by taking that amount and subtracting it by the 18, and that works just as well. That works just, that's exactly correct as well. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So there we have it. 84 left at 180, give me 151.20, giving me a grand total of 379 and 70 cents. Okay. So here we sold 18 pounds of the Supreme and 24.14 for the regular coffee. So therefore, how should my journal look like? How do I journalize the transaction to represent that I'm taking out from my inventory?
Cost of goods sold regular coffee and cost of goods sold supreme coffee.
Good. So right above here, I have the perfect entry right here. I'm going to copy everything with the account number, but the description is not going to be in-store sales. So I'm just going to copy the accounts and the account numbers. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and post it here. Right? Utilize Excel for what it's used for. So in this case, I want to use it to save time. So there you go. Instead of having to type everything out again, I just simply copy and paste the account names and account numbers. Right? So how much?
Question for you.
Yes.
Um, I missed that on the video yesterday. I didn't see you record the mugs, neither on the inventory or the journal? Why? I know it's you do that at the end of the month or whatever period,
Okay.
but what are you gonna keep track from it? You gotta go back to your journal or your invoices and see how many you.
Okay, so far if you've been updating your ledger, I keep track of that through my sales, right? If I go to my sales for the ceramic coffee mugs, okay, where are you? So the ceramic coffee mugs, right? Here I've sold so far 26.
Mhm.
Okay. Now I'm not supposed to keep track of the sales, but this is just a double way to measure. But like you said earlier, because you're using periodic inventory, we don't care to take it out of inventory. We don't care to update it to the very end of the period. So in this case, we're keeping track of it through our ledger,
Okay, thank you.
right? Because we just sold 20 of them to Katie, and earlier we sold 6 of them in store. Okay, so this is our method to keep track of how many cups that you actually really sold. But in this case, right, the only way that we actually really do keep track of it is by taking a physical count to see how many is left over. Okay.
And at the end of the period, then we're just gonna transfer this information to our inventory, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank
Right.
you.
We got to do that conversion entry. Correct. So, okay. So, how much? What did it cost me to sell the 15 pounds of regular coffee? How much did it cost me that I calculated in my table to sell 15 pounds of coffee?
2414.
24.14, right? And that is how much I'm going to take out from my inventory. Okay. How much did it cost me to sell 10 pounds of my Supreme coffee?
$18.
$18. Okay. And for my note, I'm going to say that these pounds I sold to Katie's Coffee Corner with invoice number 101. Okay? Just in case Katie comes around one day and wants to return some of those pounds of coffee, because we are to them a vendor, right? We are the wholesaler. Right? We're reselling the product to them. So therefore they should have that unlimited amount of refunds or returns on anything that they buy from me. So if they want to return coffee, I need to make it very specific that I sold to Katie's this much coffee. Okay? And then that way, when it's directly linked to my sales, at least I know that these two go together. Okay? So what's next?
You got this, Sonia?
Yes, sorry. We need to record in our general ledger.
Yes, right? Because we need to update our accounts to reflect that we're taking this amount out from our inventory. So first thing that we have here is going to be cost of goods sold. Okay. So we have the regular coffee here. This time you can actually use that I sold 15 pounds opposed to using 15 pounds. Okay. I think we're still on the Journal 7. And this time it was for a total of $24.14, which should give me now a ending balance of $64.28. Okay. Right underneath that is my cost of goods sold for my Supreme coffee. We sold 15 pounds. For how much?
$18.
Okay. Which brings my ending balance to be $73.80. All right, what's next? Or which account is next?
Our regular coffee.
Right, we need to update our inventory by taking it out from our regular coffee and our Supreme coffee. So here we are, regular coffee. Right, we sold 15 pounds. So then we sold 15 pounds at $24.14. So then now my new running balance should be $337.97. Which, where do we see that number?
In the inventory worksheet.
Yep, there we go. We know that because I remember that we calculated $337.97.
Can you give me just 1 minute to catch up, please?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
All right, what's next?
We need to record our Supreme coffee.
Yes. So scroll down. Here we are, Supreme Coffee. It is the 19 now. We sold 10 pounds. Okay. All right, at what total? Okay, 18. Good. Thank you. Which should bring my account balance to 379.70. Which, let's see, our inventory worksheet, if that's true. We have a total of 379.70. Awesome. Okay. So once again, if the side doesn't work for you, you can always have it at the bottom of here to give you your running balance, so you know how many pounds you have left, plus how many totals you have left. It's up to you if you want to do it, but I think on the side it's just easier to see, right? But you do have to recalculate your formula over and over and over again. So it's whatever makes it easier for you to recognize. Okay.
I lost everything I did yesterday, and it's hard to catch up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that same thing happened to Inga too. Okay. For those who lost their files, I mean, at this point, just go ahead and just skip those extra lines and just keep continuing and just type everything in as far as that. And then whenever you guys have the time to catch up, whether it's the weekend or after this class, then go ahead and fill in the rest of those boxes every time we do this. Okay. So then that way you don't fall way too far behind. Okay. Or if you want to, you can wait till the very end of this one. So this one, we won't end until the 21st. So we're on the 19th. So we're getting very close to the 21st.
I have an Excel question for you.
Go ahead.
For those of us that sometimes forget to save our work without before we close it, there's an auto save. But I'm afraid that if I make a mistake and I go back trying to fix it, it's not gonna go back because it's auto saving. Is that correct or not?
In this case, because auto save doesn't save an extra copy for you, it just saves your work. So in this case, if you do go back to it anyway, you can go ahead and fix it. It's not like you're saving the same the worksheet itself. It's just
No,
saving.
but like if I enter a formula wrong, or if I had it right and then I type over it, because it's auto saving, it's not gonna go back to the formula when I click
Oh
on it.
yes, yes, yes,
Is
yes.
that correct?
Unless you use the fill tool. So if you, for that example, if you did this one equation wrong, if you have that fill tool correct in the very first window and you can drag it all the way down, it will override it. Yes.
Okay. But if you have auto save, it doesn't.
Yeah, you should be able to do it because you saved the formula in here. So it is. So as long as you're just working and you override it, it will auto save it afterwards.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Right. So that's it for this transaction. Okay. So then let's see what has happened next. What did we do here?
purchase restaurant supplies, coffee cups, and yeah, coffee cups. But we don't have
Perfect.
enough room in the. Do we have enough room?
We have plenty. Do you have, let me see, 2, 4, 6 lines left over? Then yes, you definitely have enough space.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we sold so many coffees already that we are running low because the last time we bought it, we only bought 1,000. So we've so far at least sold at least 250 cups. So here we're going to go ahead and purchase 2,000 cups this time each. So here you go. I have how much it costs. All right. In this case, we do need to split the sales tax. All right. And how do we pay?
Visa pay.
Credit card.
We paid with a Visa credit card. All right. So we bought business supplies. Okay. Now, when we buy business supplies, right, it acts as if we're making purchases of assets, right? Because we own those cups as soon as we take them home. So in this case, what should my journal look like?
You're going to debit medium coffee cups and debit large coffee cups and credit the Visa.
Good. Okay. So my medium cups account is
11,760.
okay, and my large cups,
11,765.
okay, and my Visa payable account,
22,000.
okay. So here I'm given that the total cost of buying 2,000 medium cups was a grand total of $100, while my 2,000 large coffee cups cost me a total of $150, right? Tax is $20.63, giving me a grand total of $270.63. So, how do I split the tax?
The same amount, so just split up. Oh, no, never mind. It's not in pound, right?
No, it's not. You can't split them even. No. You do need to prorate them because if you were to purchase them separately, right, it would be the same thing if you are technically purchasing them together. Okay, so in this case,
You can find out 100 times by 8.25
good.
and apply that tax to the first one, and we do the same thing for the second one.
So in this case, I'm going to take a shortcut because if you do this, if you take your item and you multiply it by 1 point your tax, right? It's the same thing as you taking your 100 plus your tax. Okay? So comma 2. Oops, comma 2. So therefore, it should be 108.25 for my large cups, which then, since I already solved for one of the taxes, then I already automatically know what the rest is going to be, right? It's going to be whatever $270.63 subtract the 108.25 to get you a total of 162.38, right? You can do it that way just because that way you don't have to multiply, you don't have to do that equal round because you know at the end of the day, the rest of the tax is just going to go straight to the large cups. So it's up to you if you want to go ahead and be consistent and just tax that extra amount there. It's up to you. But in this case, it's just easier to just figure that out. If you already split the tax for the first one, then obviously the remaining is going to be whatever the rest of it that totals up to 270.63. So in this case, there you go. Right? 162.38. If I add these two cells up together, I should get the total of 270.63, which is my total amount that I'm going to put on my credit card. Description or notes.
I'm sorry, can you back to the can you go back to the formula again? So it's equal round parenthesis 100 times 1.825 comma 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one.
The second one, I just took the total amount, which is the 270.63, and I subtracted the 108.25. I did simple math there.
Okay, so you didn't put the formula of 150.
No. Just because.
I know it gave me 456.25.
Okay. All right, so you added, not subtracted. So 270.63 subtract the 108.25. 108.25.
Okay, thank you.
That way, I don't have to figure out which tax I'm supposed to give it to the other one because I've already figured out one. So there's only 2 items here, so you could just figure that out by, okay, well, if I put $8.25 into one, then you already can figure out how much the rest is. Okay. So what's my description going to be?
I just put restaurant supplies, 2,000 cups.
In this case, we bought a total of 4,000.
Oh, 4. That's right.
Unless you were going to say 2,000 medium and 2,000 large. In this case, I'm going to generalize it saying, well, I just bought 4,000 cups is good enough. Good. You don't need to put Visa because your account already says Visa payable. So that's just extra information in regards to that. Okay. So what's next?
We're going to post to our general ledger.
We're going to update our accounts in the general ledger. So let's see, which account are we going to go into first?
Medium coffee cups.
Medium coffee cups. Well, here we are. Medium coffee cups. Okay. It's the 19. $2,000 cups at 0.05 cents each plus $8.25 sales tax. Okay. We just finished up General Journal number 7. Okay. And this was for a total of
108.25.
So now, once again, this is our second batch of our coffee cups that we're buying. So you need to enter in your formula. Okay. Up 1 plus left 2 minus left 1. Okay, because we're dealing with the debit side, right? We're going to take our previous balance, we're going to add any debits, and we're going to subtract any credits. Okay. And that should give you a total of $162.37 worth of medium coffee cups.
I'm sorry, can I have one more minute to catch up, please?
Yeah, go ahead. I wasn't gonna go ahead.
Okay. Oh, we're going to break?
No. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry I keep asking
No.
to stop, but
No.
I'm
No.
doing, my husband's in the hospital and I'm getting texts while doing class. So
Oh,
thank you.
I know. Don't worry about it. All right. So, do you want to do the next one then? So now that we updated our medium cups,
Large cups.
now we gotta go and update our large cups. There you go. Okay. Just scroll a couple down. So here, what is it? The 19. Let me see. We bought 2,000 cups at 0.7 each, plus $12.38 sales tax. Okay. We are still on Jenna Journal number 7. Okay. What was the total of for my large cups? 162.38. All right. 240. Okay, so we're gonna go up 1, plus any debit, subtract any credits to get 243.57. What was that, Nathan?
No, we all waiting for you. I guess we all quiet.
Oh no, I'm just waiting for because this is ultimately you guys are doing this. Remember? So whenever you're ready to move on, you let me know.
Right. I will go to the liability section and I'll print my visa payable.
Good. So we're going to liabilities and we're going to find our visa payable, which is at the top. So there we go. Visa payable. Okay. It is now June 19. And what did we do here? Why did we use our credit card?
This 4,000 coffee cups, I think.
Mm-hmm. Purchase 4,000 coffee cups. Okay. Once again, we are on the last part of General Journal number 7. Okay.
So credit for 270.63.
Credit for 270.63, which gives me a grand total of charges on my credit card to be $811.53.
Got it. You want to go to the next one or am I rushing?
No, I think we're done with that transaction, correct?
Yeah, we got one more thing.
Purchase expense.
Purchase what?
Is that a purchase expense we have?
Not necessarily, because this is supplies.
Okay. This is not operating expense. I mean the caps that we're gonna use those coffee caps.
We will use them towards the end of the accounting period. We will calculate how many cups that we used. Okay, so in this case, we are done with the ledger. Yes, we're done with the journal. We're done with the ledger. There's one more thing that we got to do.
The subsidiary ledger.
The subsidiary ledger, right? What if we want to return those cups? What if we accidentally bought the wrong cups? What if we want to trade in some of those cups to buy another cup? Okay, so it's important that we have at least record that we purchased those cups because we could return them at any given time. So let's see. LV remodeling. Okay, Las Vegas. NV Utilities, National Bank, office supplies. Here we are, restaurant supplies. Right? It says right here we purchased. There you go. Save some extra time because it just auto-filled with me and then I just correct it. All right. In this case, we don't have an invoice number. That's okay. General Journal number 7 because we're still on the 7. And how much was my total amount here?
270.63.
270.63, which again we used our Visa payable, we used our Visa credit card, which acts as if we actually paid for it. Okay, so therefore, I owe restaurant supplies right now for this particular item. I owe them nothing, but I still owe them $649.49 because I bought a register from them. Right.
We haven't paid on that note yet, correct?
No, not yet. We won't do it in this scenario.
Okay.
So that's it for this one, right? Because we already entered in our journal, we entered in our ledger, we entered in their subsidiary ledger, right? This has no effect on inventory. So I am going to stop here for the break. Okay, we're going to pay Silver State when we come back. Okay, so right now it is 10:11. So go ahead and take your 15-minute, 20, did I say 20-minute break for Coffee Cafe? Was it 20 or is it 15? I don't remember, but go ahead and take your 20-minute break anyway. So 10:22, come back. Wait, 10:32, you come back.